done?
Yes, that's it.
We're all going on a winter pilgrimage. We're going for an hour or two.
Yes, at least an hour or two. Ollie's here as well.
Oh yeah. Jolly is in the background as well. So who do we have? We've got, to introduce yourself.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Jonathan. And at the back there we've got Maddie. And in the very back we've got Ollie. Jolly Rogers, people are calling him. Okay, so where are we going? We're going to go to Crowland, which used to be called Crowland. And it was founded, the monastery was founded there by St. Guthlac, who was the father of English monasticism, often called the English St. Anthony.
Is that right, Father?
Yeah, really interesting person. And if I am sufficiently capable of remembering anything, I'll show you whereabouts his island was in the marshes around there. It's opposite a garden centre where we might go and eat, actually, because I have eaten there before. It was very nice. So go and eat there. They're bound to have some sort of fish and chips.
And of course we are not going to try to steal the skull of St. Theodore.
And we're definitely not going to steal.
We're not taking anything.
We're not, no, definitely not. No.
Maybe one day he'll come to us.
I mean, he doesn't need to. We need to come to him.
Yes.
Now, the really wonderful thing is that the Anglicans have made a sort of Orthodox chapel up in the tower, and this is where the head relic, the skull of Saint Theodore is. Look how white my beard is in the sunshine.
Mine's not far behind you, Father.
Yeah.
It's glowing.
Anyway, St. Guthlac started monasticism there under the patronage of St. Bartholomew, the apostle, who came to him and organised his monasticism, really. And he then inspired many other people to become monks in and around Britain, but particularly around here. In Lincolnshire, which is very flat, incidentally, it used to be very marshy, so monks would like to come here because we find little islands and they'd be unirritated by other people. But they were hugely irritated by mosquitoes and gnats and things. So it's a win some, lose some thing there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Crowland. So time goes past. And then there's a big monastery. There are about 100 monks there. I think there are 98 of them. We know the names of some of them. One was a man called Thurkethel, who happened to be away when the Danish hordes swept down from the Humber and came past through Lincolnshire, doing what Danish hordes do, amongst other things, leaving an awful lot of their DNA behind. So there must be something going on there. Something's happening. Oh, there's a... oh, right, ambulance. So the Danish hordes swept past and they came to Crowland, or Croyland as it was then, Croylnd. And the monks were at Mass. And in the icon that I have, which is currently up in Grimsby, it shows the abbot being murdered by the Danes, and they stole all the goods and everything else in the place and then carried on going. So we know some of the names. So one was called Swithin, another was called Elfgiti. There were people who were deacons and priests, and the abbot, of course, and various others. So when the Danes had gone, apparently St. Thurkethel came back from wherever he was, and he refounded the monastery. But he himself was then martyred later on. The original site, possibly not where it is now, maybe, but somewhere in that sort of vicinity. It became eventually, I think, probably a Cistercian abbey. It was mostly Cistercians around here, which is a variety of Benedictine monasticism. A very sort of austere version. They used to go to marshy areas, hence the Cistercians, like cisterns.
Oh, yeah. That's where the word comes from.
Yeah. And they then drain the area and by and large grow sheep and grain. So they became fearfully wealthy. It was an absolutely enormous monastery at one point. Huge church, of which only the North Aisle, part of the North Aisle, remains as the parish church. The rest of it is taken down, just leaving some things around, so they look pretty. That's what we're left with.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
That's it.
Yep. There we go. The skull of St. Theodore is quite interesting. It has got a slash across the top, which apparently is commensurate with a sword strike. And certainly anybody getting a hole in their head that big would kill them. If you look carefully, you can see that it's somewhat eroded. That would not be all that surprising. I remember somebody saying they thought it's probably the skull of any old body, but it's been damaged with a plough. I don't think that's likely, because the hole will not be eroded if that is the case. It looks like something happened to them, then they were buried, and then obviously they decomposed, and then you get a certain amount of erosion of the bones when that happens anyway. So they're eroded and slightly rounded. There's no sign of healing or anything like that there. So yeah, it's very interesting. It disappeared. Some rogue did actually steal it.
It wasn't even you, Father.
It wasn't me. I don't know whether people get this idea that I take relics. I never do. Anyway, some years ago it was returned and was put into a box in the tower in a place that I thought was pretty grim. And I remember saying to the then vicar, this is not the way to house a relic of a saint, a major saint around Lincolnshire. And even if it's not actually his skull, it's iconographically so. I'm pretty sure it will be. So I've actually held it when it was up in the tower, and it grew hot.
Whoa.
So that's a strange thing to happen, really quite hot in my hands. I've only known that happened once before, and that was at Stavrovuni, going to venerate the relic of the True Cross, which was really very hot. Anyway, it was brought back and put into this glass case, and then Father Charles Brown, who was the Anglican vicar there, decided he wanted to improve the tower chapel, get rid of all the hoo-ha that was in there, and then make an Orthodox chapel up there. And that's
what inspired him to do that?
Well, I think just talking with me, and he's a very nice fellow, actually, really lovely man. I was telling him what we would do if it was ours. And I think that probably inspired him. He then talked a lot with Father George Evans up in Doncaster, who have been running a pilgrimage there for quite a number of years now. Last year, unfortunately, I kept on asking when's it going to be, and then, sadly, they put it on the very weekend I couldn't go. The only weekend I couldn't do. And then Father George rang me up and said that unfortunately he was ill, so he wasn't able to do it. Would I be able to do it anyway? And the answer, obviously I couldn't, but I guess somebody else went there, probably Father Simon, which is disappointing. But anyway, never mind. Hopefully we'll be able to go again this year. It's certainly well worth it. It's so wonderful.
Well, this is our first trip.
It's your first time, so yeah. I hope well, I know you won't be disappointed. The church warden is very kindly taking some time off work to come and open up for us, which is very good of him.
That is just amazing.
So if we get the key from him, we'll then go back and so we turn left here.
So how long can we be in that chapel?
About an hour, I think. But we might. I think the thing to do is just say to him, look, thanks to the key, we'll look up and we'll give you back. Go back to wherever you're working. Give you the key.
Yeah.
So I like to do an akathist there and so.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay?
Yes.
That's all you're hoping
Thank
for?
you, yes.
Yeah, it'll be activist without incense or anything. It would be nice to have it.
It is what I wanted, actually. I told you I was looking for an acatist to say that, and I said there's nobody has actually compiled one and asked for the fellow. And here you are having
Well, there we go.
one.
See?
Yes, it's very special.
I woke up in the night actually, and I said to myself, we've got to have an acatist.
How amazing!
So, we've got an acatist.
Yes.
It's not wonderful, but for the time available, it's all we could do. So,
Yes.
and it's got 13 stanzas to it, so, and all the character